Hello guys, Mathemaster here, also known as the Simmest Builder, and welcome back to The Sims 3, where we're going to do a futuristic scene. Not futuristic scene, beg your pardon, a futuristic house. A fun story with the bottom part right off the bat, is that never meant to exist. It was only meant to be like empty at the bottom, and it's like meant to be held up by those 2 or 3 things at the front, but that didn't end up happening. And essentially, it was all meant to the entire house was meant to walk around the little diagonal square, which is the bathroom, and that was going to be like 3 doors, 1 for each bedroom, plus the 1 for the main lobby area. So that's kitchen. But that, again, because I ended up deciding to keep the bottom part because I liked it so much, it just ended up becoming a 2nd floor. So we're just adding bits and bobs for the bathroom, as well as like starting on the bottom floor thing. So glass all the way around the front in particular, using those newer mirrors. I ended up deciding to flip them the opposite way because I like the privacy kind of look on one side. That's a very nice touch. And in fact, this is actually the first build I actually did using the Into the Future pack. So it was like this was more like a test bed to see what it can do. Let's see what it has, and there was some things I really quite like, I'm not gonna lie. Of course, since I recorded this, I've learned a few things. Like how to change the color of the roof, it's one of them. I also learned how the computers work, so I ended up dropping more of them than I did originally, which you can see in this recording. And also, unfortunately, I want to apologize right off the bat, that half of my, the last 45 minutes of my footage has corrupted itself, so so sorry, but you won't be able to see what I've done, and in fact even I can't remember what I did in it, but there you go. Adding a little kitchen area. I was going to have like a little futuristic kitchen thing, but later on I ended up just having those food replicators, which essentially what they are. They're food replicated by any other name, and that's what. So I just had would have a normal kitchen with these futuristic components on top of those food replicators, but I just ended up ditching the other appliances and just keeping it. And for some reason, it pulled this trick on me. I don't know why, but it just wouldn't. And I suppose I probably could have used the move objects cheat if I wanted to, but honestly, this was like a build where I wanted to try and avoid that. So after a bit of poopla, I managed to get the oven where I wanted it to. Got a trash compactor because, you know, it should be commonplace in when this thing would be built in real life. This is like a far future sort of build, where it has like a garden on top. And it's like this was like the first build where I discovered these trolley stairs, and I loved them. That I kept them. They did what I wanted to in less of the space, so that was cool. Doing some initial lighting around the place. But yeah, because it's like meant to be like a future millionaire sort of house, not like a mansion, but kind of like I could imagine, like, because it's a flat roof, you would have a a garden on the very top floor that's all complete with a barbecue and recliner chairs, like not like the wooden ones, but those nice ones that has a nice little fabric as well. That's very comfortable. I do refer to personally as the comfy chairs, for better or for worse. Trying to add a door to the bathroom, and that's ended up the ones I'm using. Except my usual white door, which I would usually go for. I could have went with those orange ones, brown ones. Which I think it looks very nice, along with those kind of adds a nice futuristic look, along with those nice little fence where you can just look over the the little movie theater screen. Initially, because I hadn't used that item in a very long time, I thought that you could watch TV and use a games console on it, which you might see me adding. You might not. That might be in the corrupted footage. But in the end, it's still there. That screen is still technically there, but the games console is just there for looks at this point, because you can't actually use them on the movie theater screen. For better or for worse, that's what happened. Again, glass for days around the area to let more natural light in, and because like that top little balcony area is not even, it has caused a little nightmare of distributing the the windows that. But I ended up getting one that in the place I like, so yippee for that. Yippee ki and I use those plants because I don't know where I got them. I don't even know how I got them, but they really livened up the place. They gave the house so much colour, apart from the initial black and white sort of colour scheme I ended up going for. I ended up moving the bushes while I was flipping the glass the right way around. And yeah, I think I might actually start working on the garden now. I think. Yeah, I'm looking for like a glass sort of thing. Initially I used that, but I didn't like it, so I think I changed that later on. We have a little patio area, which is where the barbecue is going to be, but I ended up moving that somewhere else. I think on the opposite side, because of reasons I cannot remember why, but I ended up moving everything around later on. But that's like how it was initially. Don't know if I added a fridge. I probably should have added a fridge, considering that there's no fridge in the actual kitchen. So it seems like a small oversight for me, but there you go. This is currently available, and that's that. But trying to add some color to the kitchen, but matching color. I ended up changing the color of that for better for worse. Trying to match it closely to the floor. So again, for better for worse, that's what I did. And here's like me adding the table and games coming from into the future pack, and I really love the look of the chairs and the desks and the tables. Even the audio system looks really cool. So that's that. Again, at the time I didn't know if you had to sit down to use them, so I think I added like a chair because I assumed it would be like every other computer you can get for The Sims 3. Again, I think since then I might have made some changes. And like here I'm adding like those those little underlights, which I really love the look of. Looks very much like Star Trek lights, like you see on each of the on the deck. Beg your pardon, on the hallways on each deck. So I ended up using that. Again, very nice, very nice. I'm not sure if I used the move objects sheet. I'm trying to remember if I did or didn't. I don't think I did, actually. I know I heard of it, I just never used it. Up to... If I had 9.2, I did the virtuality build, which you can find on my channel. It's like my very first build I ever done. So, again, this is... the way I've uploaded them is not in chronological order, but I did do a majority of my builds in one big bulk. So that's why I think things are not being uploaded chronologically of when I created them. Also, if you go onto the Sims exchange, you'll see that I never, not I never, I don't know what I'm saying, but you see that the published dates do not match up to when the videos were published. But that's just how that went. Trying to add a nice guitar or something for what is essentially going to be the kids' bedroom, but I can't imagine the kids' bedroom looking too colourful. It's going to be much more uniform with the rest of the house. Adding solar panels to the house now, because it's a few. If a house is modern as this, it's obviously going to be very green, hence the green power source. And I'm trying to add like, you know, like wood or something to give a bit more color to the little, those little pillars, which again I really love. I seem to have developed a love for them, and it has been a theme for the majority of my futuristic / modern builds. At least out of the 3 I've done, 3 or 4, cannot be sure, but there we go. Adding like a black thing for the garage, and then like white for the rest of the house. I didn't end up using those wood planks because I didn't like it. That didn't look futuristic enough. So that changed. Can't remember when, but it did definitely change. Moving the solar panels a bit more, you know, moving the gear forward, and then moving to some other bits and bobs around the house, and just seeing what everything looks like, what everything does. Those hollow plants, I've actually got Sims moved into this class of house, and those hollow plants look very nice. But yeah, decorating proved to be a little troublesome. But you know, went a mixture of paintings and decals from, I think, from every single pack I own, which is at this point 4. It's a 3 or 4. No, let's see. High enough pack, the outdoor stuff pack. Yeah, 3 and also the base game. So that technically is 4. So you know, take that for what you will. I also used those super sleeper things from something I found on the Sim store ages ago. I think back in 2013. And again, I can imagine houses having them in the future, along with paperless, like Cintiqs, essentially. They're like Cintiqs, or, you know, digital graphics tablets. Just a lot more modern because they're in glass. I love those glass screens. I don't know why, but I just love the look of them. Not very practical as of 2018, but still look very nice. Now I'm just trying to find a good color for, you know, for like the garage and walkway areas, and I think that's like the color I ended up using. Yeah, I think I ended up erasing it because it does not look right. Or maybe I didn't. No, I didn't. Okay, I ended up using that. I was again, I think it's from the high and loft pack. Trying to clean it up a little bit now to again make it more appealing to the eye, but I think I ended up changing it or something because I ended up cleaning it over again, I think. There you go. Saving now, I think. There you go. Yeah, so now we're back in again for like the second half. This build actually took me, I believe it's like my second or first longest build I ever did. Like longer than an hour. I believe this thing took 2 or 3 hours to get to a satisfied position. And I've noticed I keep accidentally pressing F12, but there you go. Yeah, and I ended up changing the color of the carpet or floor to make, you know, look more like grass. I'm not sure what I'm doing now. I think I'm looking for the sprinkler thing, which I still don't know where that actually is in the category. I kind of forgot where that was, but I'm particularly looking for sprinklers because this is a 4-bedroom house, I think, a 4-berth. Which of course would also accommodate kids, you know, the next generation, for better or for worse. But yeah, I don't believe I actually put a fridge in it, so that seems like an oversight by me. Sorry about that, but that does seem like an oversight, me not putting a fridge. But there you go. That's it. Yeah, I think I'm looking for the sprinkler now. Oh yeah, the TV, I forgot about that. But I also thought, you know, could have that, the little spa thing. Except I did not realize it created a massive like pump thing, like a massive blurriness in like the parents' bedroom, the primary master bedroom. Which is the thing, because I love the corners thing, but I was like, oh no, that's not what I wanted. So that ended up deleting that, so that didn't stay. Now it's time for like duplicates of assets for decoration, along with 2 little desks for those computers, which again I think I ended up deleting in the final version, because since then I discovered how they work. And like adding a chair. Again, and like I modified the color to make it more uniform with the rest of the build. And overall I'm very pleased how they came out. Little night tables, which I think oh yeah, those little iPads. I'm not sure if they're still there actually. They might not be there anymore, but of course all the bedrooms had that. And only one of the bedrooms I believe had that Etzel thing. I'm not sure what yeah, I think I'm looking for like, yeah, that little thing for the console, which I ended up not using because you can't use them apparently. But the fridge and the and like the stove disappeared because of the food replicators, and I extended the garages slightly to accommodate the car park. So that's that. Is there anything else? Oh yeah, I did that. That's why I think I recolored it. They are cleaning up, trying to make it look nice. Adding more lights. Lights for days. And I think at that point, I realised I accidentally went over my patio thing, so I had to try and find that again. I don't know what I did there. Oh yeah, I ended up changing the colour of that, didn't I? Wow, like that's just how long it's been since I actually built this, because I genuinely forgot we coloured that door to a more white colour. I thought I didn't do white in this build, but white wooden doors, but apparently I did. Yeah, making things a lot more floss between the garage and the kitchen, and adding like a sick bay thing, along with fire alarms everywhere, because boy oh boy, you want to be safe, and because this thing is a massive fire hazard. So because it's like a massive fire hazard, I put like fire alarms in, I think, in every other room to make sure Sims know there's a fire somewhere. So safety is my primary concern. Because even like the price you have to pay, I believe like the final price is like 400,000 simoleons. Again, this build was like unlike my first build, which was my dream bungalow. This was a money's no object sort of build where don't know what oh yeah, I just kind of trying to make colours more uniform with the glass. But yeah, in this build it was just kind of like, money's no object, so build the nicest, most futuristic house ever and don't worry about the cost, and as clearly is shown by the final cost. But there you go. Let's see, did I do anything else? Well, obviously I did something else, just 2 minutes left. Oh yeah, I was looking for like fountains for the entrance to give it a bit more appeal, and I believe I actually even changed the colour of the swimming pools themselves. And I think it got to the point where I just ended up limiting what pack it was in just to find it, and it wasn't easy. I don't know where I found it eventually, but I did find it, so that's that. And you see it in a moment. I ended like the first one I chose was like an archway, which I thought looked really cool. I really liked the look of it. It just felt too overkill, and it would definitely get Sims wet, which kind of defeats the purpose of having an entranceway sort of thing. So there you go. That's like I use like that's what I thought I was going to use, and I really like the look of it. It looks really cool, and I might end up doing that in a different build, but there you go. Those ones right there, right in the center, is what I ended up using, and deleted the other two. So anyway guys, that wraps up this build. So we're going to move on to the B-roll now. Thank you so much for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in my next one. Peace.